Hello there, welcome to the Fry Geek Show. I'm Migo, and the MCU marathon continues in my part 4 of Road to Infinity War. This time I will be looking at the first Thor movie, directed by Kenneth Branagh. It stars Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, Natalie Portman as Jane Foster. We have Stellan Skarsgård, Kat Dennings, Idris Elba, Jamie Alexander, Anthony Hopkins as Odin. This movie is basically Thor how they tell the origin of story of Thor, and he's basically outcast because of an action he did. Now he's trying to go back. That's basically the summary of it. This movie is a bit hard since, Iron Man is a bit easier to do since he's in our world. Same goes for the Incredible Hulk. But with Thor, he's from a different world. He's like a hammer wielding god, and it's very difficult to do. But I thought he managed to do it well. Before, I didn't really appreciate this movie, but after rewatching it, I was like, wow, how wrong was I? This is actually really good. The first Thor by Kenneth Branagh is really underrated. The character journey Thor goes as like an egotistical guy to and he starts to become a leader. That's a really fantastic storyline. And I don't know what I missed the first time since before I gave it like a 3 out of 10. Now it is a lot higher. Actually, not a lot higher, but it's quite higher now. The love story of Thor and Jane, it's criticized as like it's not very good. I don't hate it. It's not bad, but it's not good. Natalie Portman, she's alright. She's not that bad, guys. She's not that bad. Skip Stellan Skarsgård is okay. Kat Dennings is not that bad actually. I thought, yeah, she's not the worst thing in the MCU apparently. Hey, Korg. Anyways, this movie basically introduced Asgard, and it looks beautiful. The soundtrack in this movie is really underrated. I'm glad they brought back the Patrick Doyle Thor team in the original in Thor Ragnarok because Marvel has been criticized for one thing, and it's those soundtracks and the villains are weak. The soundtrack here is okay, but they don't bring it back for familiarity. And talking about the villains, Loki, played by Tom Hiddleston, is highly regarded as one of the best villains in the MCU. He has a tragic backstory, and you really understand him. You sympathize with him, like, I feel bad for you, but the actions you're doing, this is not the right way, man. Loki is one of the best villains for a reason. You feel for him. He's a great presence, and they're kind of redeeming him. I really don't know because he's the god of tricks. He's a trickster, and that's basically Loki. The action sequences were pretty good. The first one where like they go to the Bifrost, that was really good. The ones in Earth are okay, pretty good actually. The final battle is okay. The movie's kind of criticized for like being like on Earth too much, but I kind of like that because it's like seeing like a fish out of water storyline. Yeah, they could do it a bit better, and Wonder Woman tackled it pretty well actually. But the fish out of water storyline played well here in my humble opinion. The first Thor movie is they it was a hard to do like a egotistical hammer wielding god, but they managed to do as best as they could, and it's a fantastic character journey. I give the first Thor movie a 4 out of 5. Chris Hemsworth does a great job as Thor, and even though they're having a struggle, they're having a struggle on how to do this character, but personally for me, I like this movie a lot more, and I appreciate it more than before. So that's it. Next time we're gonna go back to World War II and see how Steve Rogers got his super soldier serum, and Captain America: The First Avenger, directed by Joe Johnston.